Hello, it's Sabina here, and today I want to talk to you about healthy deodorants. So before we actually get to the products, I want to tell you the truth. The truth is that aluminium-free deodorants will occasionally let you down. I don't want to pretend they work as well as aluminium-based deodorants. So if you keep that in mind, you'll be fine. I'm a bit of a stress sweater, so that's where I go back to an aluminium-based deodorant. But the rest of the time, if I'm at home or if I'm exercising, well, sweating isn't so bad maybe. Smelling then is a lot worse. How I see deodorants is with high heels and Birkenstock is a good analogy. So you can't wear high heels every day. Occasionally you should wear Birkenstock to balance it all out a bit. So if you keep that in mind and just maybe find a deodorant that is aluminium free, but I will give you a lowdown of my whole tests and what I found out, and it's quite exciting. I did suffer quite a bit through the test because I did actually get smelly at times. This is like all a personal preference, but if you want to hear my experience, well, here are the products I tested. If you can start not using shower gel under the arms, if you really want to wash for something, use curd soap instead, you will sweat less. And it actually works. It takes a little bit of a transition period with all deodorants, and I want to say that too. There's a transition period from going from an aluminium-based deodorant to a non-aluminium-based, which means you have to give it 2 weeks where you kind of excessively sweat. It's awful, but if you can push through, you'll be much happier and less sweaty. There are 3 groups of deodorants really. One is alcohol-based deodorants, which these are part of. Actually, 2 of the really famous German healthy brands, Weleda and Dr. Hauschka. Then we have 2 which are sodium bicarbonate based. And then we have Basische deodorants, which were new to me as well, and I will tell you all about those. And then we have my favorite, which I will keep to last. So first of all, I want to start with this one. It's the Dermalogica one. And that is the one I've always used. Well, actually used since I fell pregnant, or a bit before. It's amazing, actually. It's probably one of my all-time favorites still. It comes all the way from America. So I thought, okay, we must have some equivalent here in Germany. And I thought I only test German deodorants, and Emilia will only test deodorants from the UK. And she will give you a lowdown of that as well. So, but this is just my German findings. So this one is really brilliant and totally go for it. This one has Stiftung Warentest very good, which means it's really healthy and it actually works really well, and I agree. My mom uses this one and she's really happy with it. It smells really citrusy and quite nice. If you shave your armpits, you might feel a little bit of a tinge like with alcohol-based deodorants, but not very bad. Like, I can totally take it. I don't actually think it's that bad. This one I used in the summer, which is kind of a big mistake because it's a rose smell and it really attracts bees. I'm not joking, it does. So I actually kind of switched to this one, which doesn't do that. The Dr. Hauschka Sage Mint one is, to be honest, the sage smell kind of put me off a bit. I love sage in food, but in a deodorant, but there are other smells, so you could also try that. Then the 2 deodorants I've ordered online, and they are sodium bicarbonate based, which obviously has like a drying thing. They're kind of white, both of them. One is called Ponyhütchen and one is called Wolkenseifen. They come, which is quite neat, they come with lots of little testers. I remember they came and I thought, oh god, that smells like something you want to eat. And my kids obviously went completely crazy, they like love them smelling. They don't use deodorant yet. But I think my lowdown of those is, one does make slightly white armpits, which for black dresses isn't ideal, yeah? They did work. However, I think if you had a kid around the age where they want to start maybe trying a deodorant first, or all their friends do, and you want to give them a healthy one, this is probably the way to go. They will love it. The smells are great. They come with nice samples. There even one came with sweets. I think the target group is probably teens. So for that, totally brilliant. The next one, which I got suggested by someone, the Basisches Deodorant, which works with your pH levels of your skin, didn't work for me. Like, it made me really smelly and I had to I couldn't use it at all. Some people have great success with that, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. The last one, which is from Berlin, which, as I said, is my favorite, is the Fine Deodorant. And these two are pretty much the same price. They're quite expensive and they're probably the most expensive ones I talked about, but ironically they work the best. This one is a geranium smell, which smells actually beautiful, but it definitely also worked the best. It's also a sodium bicarbonate based ones like these, but kind of for adults. And the packaging is beautiful. It comes with a little spatula and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it. It's obviously a little bit less convenient because it's not a stick or something, you have to actually rub it on, but it didn't bother me at all. My lowdown is these two are still my own. I hope you will try some of these and I hope that you might decide on an aluminium-free deodorant. Especially, I think I would suggest when it comes down to being pregnant and breastfeeding. That's the time I swapped over. It is obviously suggested to keep the aluminium levels in your body down. 8.6 micrograms daily is not a problem. So if you use a daily aluminium deodorant, even then you would not reach the levels that are apparently toxic. However, I feel you don't want to risk it, right? And there have been links to breast cancer and Alzheimer's that apparently come from level of aluminium in your body. So don't panic if you've been using aluminium deodorants till now, but maybe just keep it down. I think that's probably most wise. Thank you so much for listening, and there's a list below of all the deodorants that were shown in the video. If you liked the video, give it some thumbs up. And speak soon. Lots of love. Bye. Don't sweat too much. One thing I forgot. If you were wondering what's the thing on my face, that's a cold sore. The remains actually. And if you have any preventative tips or any advice, I've been trying to prevent this stuff from happening for years and I've done a lot of research about it. So any advice or tips, please visit Sagitta.